Hello, my badass boys and badass babes. It's your favorite daughter of Nyx, Virgo the Vixen. And before we start today's little video, make sure you hit your likes and subscribe buttons down below. And oh yeah, by the way, this video is brought to you by my high school graduating class. Yes, bringing me all those torturous memories from so long ago. High school graduations, yeah. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, today I'm going to talk about my favorite high school memory, okay? Now, for the record, I want to get a little clarity off the way here. I wasn't, very, how can we say, flamboyant. I wasn't very much out there. I was very quiet. I was very shy. I kept to myself, I was that wallflower that no one really noticed or hung around with. Okay? Just got to get that out of the way. So I was a total different person. Now that I got the clarity out of the way, I want to tell you about my favorite high school memory, and that's flipping off the school photographer at my graduation. If you want to talk about a Vixen moment, I think that was when it first all started, to be honest. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of context behind this story. First of all, I was a senior, and they just gathered us together to tell us about our, the week of graduation. What can we expect? What can we expect at the ceremony? Or as I call it, rounding up the cattle, preparing them for their torturous slaughter. But that's just my opinion. All right. So they gather us together in the auditorium, and they're telling us blah, 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 blah. I blocked out 90% of it, okay, if not more, about how things are going to go, whatever. I'm just thinking in the back of my head, can you shut up and just give me the damn diploma so I can leave this hellhole? Then they bring out the school photographer, and I knew this guy by his reputation. I believe he did do quality pictures, but he was a total a-hole to the people he worked with, all right? He was mean, he was abusive, that was his reputation. I knew him by his reputation. And you also have to keep something in mind. I was a different person. I didn't like my picture being taken. I was shy, I was quiet, wallflower type of person. So I very politely raised my hand and asked the school photographer at this little gathering, please do not take my picture, because I don't want it to be taken. And this is what the guy said to me in front of everyone, word for word. I don't care whether you like it or not, I'm going to take your picture. Okay, you can imagine how happy that made me. So I kind of forgot about the last week of school went by, blah, 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 and I'm thinking, oh God, I have to go do the stupid ceremony, which was on a Sunday. The Saturday night before that Sunday, my family was having a party, okay? A friend of the family brought over some salmon, and it was not properly cooked. So I got food poisoning that night. I was throwing up during the night. I was throwing up Sunday morning. And it looked like I came from an all-night kegger. Okay, I'm not kidding you. It looked like I had the wildest party ever. And I didn't, okay? I didn't drink that night. I know that's going to be hard to believe, but I didn't drink that night. And I looked like I came from a 5-alarm rager. Okay, so that's how bad I looked. I'm completely weak. I have little to no energy, and I have to go to the stupid graduation. All right, so I go there, and the graduating ceremony, I think, took about a couple hours. I can't remember. I kind of blocked out most of it. We'll start with the torturous stuff, okay? Anyone from the CIA is watching this, okay, please take notes. Do not use waterboarding. You will get more results by making them listen to graduation speeches, okay? That's more torturous than waterboarding is, in my opinion, and here's why. Okay, remember, I'm not feeling well. I'm sick. I'm tired. And I have to listen to these dumb speeches, and it felt like 4 hours of them just talking about irrelevant stuff that will never apply to me. It was more like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I can't remember. I lost track. It felt like someone took a cat, dipped it in water, then ran its nails over a chalkboard. That's how it felt like. All right? It was torturous. So I had to sit through this hour and a half of these dumb, boring speeches by a bunch of people with in my opinion, God, they need to be working at Burger King. Just shut up. I don't care where they're at right now. Maybe they'd grown up. But the point is, oh my God, I didn't care, because in the back of my mind I'm thinking, will someone either shoot them or shoot me? In either case, let's end this torture. Then after they were done, out came the handing of the diplomas. Now, have you ever had that little metaphorical cartoon devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other, and they're telling you, one's telling you not to do something, the other's telling you to do it? On this day, all three of us, the devil, me, and the angel, we saw that photographer. We remember what he said, and we all came to the same conclusion. We're going to get this mofo. The little devil was looking over at the angel going, did I hear her right? She's on board. She's on board? I get a hall pass. I'm cool. We're all cool, so I'm cool. We're good. Nothing bad's going to happen to me. Okay, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. That was the little devil's attitude. The angel just looked at this guy and said, you know what? I'm bringing the wrath and fury if I could. So I have to tell you something. Full disclaimer. Being primeval has its benefits, and today was one of those days. With that being said, I want to get this legal disclaimer out of the way. Please do not flip off your school photographer, okay? It might seem fun, it might seem, like a good idea, but don't do it, okay? Because there are ramifications and, how can we say this politely, punishments for it. All right, so with that said, that's the legal stuff. So I'm going to just leave that one alone, because if you do it and you try to blame me, I got myself legally covered. So I'm telling you, don't do it. It's not a great idea. But it's fun. I won't lie. Shit is fun to do. And this is the story behind it. Okay. I'm tired. I'm weak. I see Mr. Photographer. I just spent a whole hour, an hour and a half listening to dumbass speeches. I'm primed, eviled up, and ready to go. And so I came up with a good idea. And here's what I came up with. Okay, here's what happens. You face the principal like this. Okay, I get the diploma, I turn to the left, and bam, the photographer takes your picture. And I came up with an idea on how I'm going to do this, okay? So I stumble. I literally have no energy. I stumble up the staircase to get my diploma. That is God's honest truth. I get the diploma. I put my hand like this. Now, I can't do this because I don't want this video blocked. But as you can imagine, as soon as I turn like this, I have the bird flipping off right here, like this, okay? Now, I won't do it because I don't want this video, blocked or, whatever you want to call it. But I was flipping him off, having my hand right here in this position with the bird, okay? I won't do it, like I said. And for some odd reason, the guy didn't take my picture. Big macho man over here said he was going to take my picture whether he liked it or not, and he couldn't do it. And you won't believe how much fun that is. As a little side note, about 3 years ago, a good friend of mine, her son graduated from this very same high school I did. And apparently in the little get-together with the seniors, apparently they covered the issue of flipping off the school photographer. Looks like the vixen started a trend. So let's recap. Number one, high school graduations are torturous. Take note, CIA. Use that instead of waterboarding. Number two, if you are going to be a photographer, please be a little bit kinder to the people you're working with, because guess what? I don't care how good you are. Kindness goes a little bit further. And number three, if you are going to flip off the school photographer, make sure you have the diploma in your hand first. Because if you don't, they can actually do some nasty things like make sure you don't get it. So I guess today's life lesson is, people, hey, he had it coming. Well, my badass boys and badass babes, hopefully you've enjoyed this little tale about my favorite moment in high school. Anyways, who's your vixen and bye-bye.